All right, guys, so welcome to the ARMR-UP striking progression. This is the low line striking for our fighting structure day. This is the knee to spike kick progression, okay, with the same leg. That's going to create that reload and explosiveness that we need on that side. Scenario, context, understanding what's going on here. We're throwing the knee as a preemptive strike. So if I'm throwing the knee as a preemptive strike, as you can imagine how people respond when they get kneed or kicked in the groin, there's some type of a response there. If I can knee to this low line strike on that preemptive, I'm looking to create some type of reaction based off of the pain, based off of my pressure. Once I do that, then I'm immediately reloading this and with my instep, and I'm kicking up for that spike kick. Okay, it's not like I'm going to kick a ball into the field goal posts or anything like that. I'm just lifting my legs straight up, and I'm bringing my whole leg in power right in the middle of his legs. Most people stand at an offset stance, and it allows you to have that target, especially if you already had a reaction to that. So here, what it's going to look like during my shadow boxing is my hands are up, whatever they need to be doing, matching and mirroring the scenario, is that I'm going to knee and then reload right away and throw that instep kick and that spike kick right up in between the legs. Okay? It can be difficult to do on this, especially if you're doing it fast between the legs like this, because you might get caught up. But that's the idea of using an actual dummy to show you what it's like. This guy's not moving either, whether it's this way or this way, because we're filming, we're kind of limited on the direction that we can use. But if I hit this and I'm going 1, 2, he's not even moving back. Typically, I'm going to get somebody to respond and move back and create some type of space based off of the first pain that I caused. So if you look at on this bag, a little bit easier to show you with a little bit more violence, and I can create a little bit of power to it. First thing is that we're going to throw the knee, put our foot back down, and lift this leg right back up. We're looking to kick with this portion of our foot. Okay, anywhere from the shin down to our foot is going to be good. We can even use the ball or the tips of our toes if you have a decent set of shoes on. That's just something to keep in mind. If I have flip-flops on, I'm not going to be kicking with my toes. I'm going to be using that top of my foot or my shin to drive up and through that groin area. So shadow boxing is just going to be 1, 2. Right away, put your foot back down. Okay, 1, 2. All right, lead side knee to spike kick progression can happen one of two ways. You can either drive the knee straight up like this, where I replace and I just drive the knee straight up and then lift my leg, or I can reload and switch step before I do that. Now, the problem with switch stepping is that you're giving a little bit more of a lead and a precursor to what you're doing, and we want to try to eliminate that, especially if we're trying to be preemptive. So if I'm trying to preemptive strike, I'm just going to lift my knee and throw the spike kick. Dominant side, which is my preferred, I'm going to go knee to spike kick, back down, look for my next move. Then increase your striking progression, and like I always say, as you escalate the reps, your last rep should be the best one. Okay, then I'm going to go to 50% and or banded striking progression throughout this specific one. So if I'm banded, I'm going to put the band around my ankle, I'm going to weight it somewhere, and I'm going to work through the same movements, either banded or on a bag. This one's on a bag, so I'm going to go here, knee, spike kick. Now the nice thing about kicking this bag and kneeing this bag is you can see as soon as I knee it, the momentum goes backwards. So it actually gives me another foot of momentum to create that distance. I'm not backing up, but the bag is backing up, and that allows me to open it up to throw that instep spike kick. So I'll demo that one more time. Here, non-violent posture, knee, spike kick. Right back down. And that's what it should look like, that explosive. Knee, retract, spike kick immediately. And then your last one's full power, and make sure your last rep is the best one. And I'll show you what that last rep should look like. Good scan, good awareness up. Check him that he's down. Look for your next move. And either get there or continue with the rest of your training. All right, guys. ARMR-UP, that's been the striking progression. We'll see you guys on the next one.